let's make a start then. Okay, welcome to the Crewe Town Council Planning and Environment Committee meeting on the 9th of February. Do we have any apologies for absence?
None this evening, no.
Item 2, to note declarations of members' interest as they relate to the agenda. Anybody? No? Okay, no. Item 3, to confirm and sign the minutes of the planning meeting held on the 12th of January. You've all had a look at that. Is that okay to do so?
Yes.
Yeah. Great, thank you. Item 4, public participation. We have no members of the public. Is there any letters or correspondence? You know. Okay then. So item 5 then, first one. So quite a lengthy number, but some of them are, I don't think too in depth. So we should be all right if we stick to the brief. So the first one then is 260168, 15 Sydney Road, a 2-storey rear extension. I suppose in things like this, we look where the next door is and where they approach it and
Squeeze everything into one, so bear with me. There we go.
So I mean, it looks to me 17, but 13 looks a bit. Extension coming out.
So that's extension to where the cursor is now.
Yeah.
To the side as well. Yeah, 2-storey rear extension.
Oh, it's 2 stories there.
2 stories.
Oh.
And I guess 13 is.
Let's look at it on Google Maps.
So I guess the question there is, will it block light out into 13?
Yes.
Because the other side it seems to be a
close.
no. Number 15. So this here is the extension, isn't it? Slightly lower, and there seems to be a door. What's the name? Velox into the roof now. So really, the question is: does that extension cut light out from the window of the house next door, which has not got any extension? How far is that away?
How it extends, really.
It doesn't look like it's on the party line. It's back, but you can't really. Can you put that the first one just so we get an idea?
Yeah.
That
one. Oh, sorry.
That one there. See what I mean?
Let me just get it.
So they all run in a line, don't they?
Yeah.
Up until 15. And obviously gap and then 17 we've got a bit of extension. So really, is that going to put any light out? Because how far is that away off the side of that? That's just, isn't it? Well, it's not a single extension, it's a double one.
Where is it facing back? Is it south?
It says north that way.
So south, it's facing
Southwest.
Southwest.
So it's quite on an angle.
So they can get quite a bit of sun at the back then. That's a tough one.
I suppose we could put some words around Justin.
Any objections from the neighbours?
Nothing.
Nothing at all, no.
No.
Nothing on there.
Oh, right.
That's quite good, that, I suppose, isn't it?
But number, like you say, number 70, that's it's a bit of an extension, isn't it?
Yeah, 17 has, yeah.
70, yes, not too much though.
Well, I don't know what the words would be, but sort of be mindful of the fact that does it, how far is it away from the next door?
Yeah, so
The windows.
visual impact type
Does it,
section.
leave that as a
just
question.
wonder How far does it go back? Is it
How many metres?
More
More than 3.
Can't seem to see it on it.
As I say, the not scale, and it's very
No.
difficult, isn't it? So if we what's that?
No, it doesn't give any measurements.
Won't give us any measurements.
Well, there must be some sort of plan that gives some.
Scale rule, yeah.
We don't live in
There could be a problem, there might not be. So if we leave it
Nobody's-
all,
nobody's
say,
objected.
mindful of next door
Yes.
distance,
It's 4 metres.
that's the
4
length.
Yeah, that's from that
That's the length, that is.
looks like it's a 4 metre extension on the back of
Have
it.
another look at the plan. Just one more look a minute. The main one where it shows the number 13.
Yeah.
What's that bit there on this?
I think this is
That's
been
It's a bit of an outhouse.
about
I
how
think. Yeah.
they're knocking that down, aren't they?
Oh, right, okay.
Well,
Just have another look.
you see, it's hard. There's definitely there is a gap. It's not on that line, is it? But see, 13 hasn't got anywhere. So
No.
you're putting something 4 metres out.
Yeah.
I think it
I mean-
there might be some effect on
I
light.
think we're just if you leave it, we're not.
I mean, the house at number 13 ends there, so I suppose it's going into their garden, isn't it? That's what it's doing, isn't it?
No,
Where then? What?
it's on the boundary. It's on the boundary line. Where that red line is.
There's a bound. It's not right on. There's a comes in, but it's still full height of the house, and it's 4 metres.
Yeah.
So it could be. I mean,
We need to be aware they might be blocking light out.
so I think words around. The neighbours. Does it impact on the neighbours' light and the visual aspects?
It's a bit like that. That extension not far from us, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
That which protrudes. That's
Which is
sort of
massive.
massive.
That was.
So we're just on observations. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, the next one then is 26/0153 19 Spring Gardens, and this is a certificate of lawful development to convert a C3 dwelling house to 6-bedroomed HMO house of multiple occupation, including rear single story extension, L-shaped dormer with internal alterations.
Wow.
Now it's not in an Article 46 area, so we can't. But there is a large number of HMOs in that particular area. And it's not a large house in the first place. And what assumes with an extension you're cutting down outside space.
Yeah.
Just a conventional terrace. It was a family house.
The left batch here of the existing and the right are proposed.
They're just converting each floor and they're going into the roof as well, aren't they? There are comments from a local councillor, ward councillor, which objects to it on the basis of it's a narrow street with no off-road parking. would severely add to parking issues on this, so it's not inconceivable that many of the residents would require a car for transport, with no nearby bus service and a considerable walk to the town centre and job opportunities. There's little garden space for the residents to enjoy, and there will be issues with the extra waste from the property. These concerns affect the amenity of the proposed new residents. This is an overdevelopment of the property and will squeeze yet more HMO units into the area.
It is a narrow street, then.
It is very narrow street.
Very
Yeah.
narrow, yeah.
Is that one off Queen Street?
One off Crewe, yeah. Just one past Henry Street.
Oh,
So there were the usual comments: no parking. The fact is, I think that would echo what we would normally overdevelopment,
I think so.
amenity space, because they should show bike spaces
That's
Place
and all sorts of
bin
different
storage.
things. So
Yeah, it's the usual sort of things, isn't it? So,
yeah, so object,
yes.
yeah.
I think so.
object,
Yeah.
and using the
All those, yeah.
words.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Now, next one is 260067 Burford House, which is the house, the offices on the corner of Prince Albert Street and Earl Street. A conversion of part of the ground floor from retail to residential use, in brackets apartments, and subdivision of the remaining retail space, associated external alterations, and provision of cycle and bin storage outbuildings. If I could just put some background to this, if I may. As you know, the bottom story, the bottom floor was shops, I've been shops forever and a day, ever since it was built. And upstairs was originally offices. In more recent times, they've got permission to turn the top 2 floors into apartments.
All right.
If you remember, not so many meetings back, we had an application which wanted to put one ground floor apartment, and we looked at that and we made comment about it was next to the boiler room and about noise and so on and so forth. Now, what that seemed to have been withdrawn, although there seems to be an indication that that was passed. If you read all of it, and what they're now asking for is for 5 extra ones, or 5 in total, 6 in total on the ground floor. So making the ground floor a third. Well, looking at it, of your building, probably well over nearer half of it, or that sector anyway, to be the apartments, and having a small lock-up shop at the front of that, and then a shop behind it. And when you look, you're thinking, well, you've maybe got the permission for 1, so let's try around for another 5. You already got, I don't know how many, 20 some above.
Yeah.
And I'll be brief, but the more I looked at this, thinking, oh, well, that's all right. But you think about it, how many of our shops in the town, which we have supported and wanted good quality accommodation, we've got Marx's that's got agreed for 30 some flats, ground floor shops. We've got the old Poundland, and those of us who are older, the old Woolworths building, that as we speak now, the upstairs are going to be 3 or 4 flats, the bottom is going to be divided into 3 shops. We've got Boots that's got permission to extend, and even an extra one on the roof.
Well,
again, with the ground floor being shops. Now, do we want to, and this is where I need your support or not, do we want to say that we agree that part of these ground floors should be apartments, or should we say they should be shops?
I would say there should be
Because
shops.
if we agree that, well, that looks nice, and it'd be nice to have a nice aspect, windows there, looking out onto Memorial Square.
Yeah.
It's got all
Which is
the
really
tick
nice,
boxes.
which would be good, yeah.
But do we feel comfortable if that gets passed? Then will Marx's, whoever is doing that, well, they say, well, they've got precedent set there. Let's try a bit few more. So I think it's whilst we can look at that in isolation, we should look at that in isolation. We've got to be mindful of what the town. We still want. Do we want to have reasonably sized shops potentially for people to use?
I agree with you, John. Yeah. I agree with you. I think there should be shops or something of service on the bottom. Yeah.
Because
on the bottom floor.
Yeah, on the bottom floor. Yeah.
And apartments.
Yeah, on the top. Yeah.
Mix and match.
No, I think
shops and then
exactly
accommodation on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, there could be, there could be offices, solicitors, whatever, but as long as they're commercial, I think that's better for public use. Let's put it that way.
I mean, that's what we've traditionally had.
Yeah.
Is shops at the bottom, and because it's quite. I mentioned those 4 bigger ones, but there are quite a number that's been passed recently, just where there's 1 or 2 flats above some of the shops in the town, and that's what we want. We say, let's get people living in the town.
I agree.
So it's really that's the question of.
I agree. I think we should continue with that continuity because we're building town, not eradicating town. We're building it, aren't we?
Because it says here.
Really, that's what we want.
To get the apartments, get the people.
Yeah, get the people in. That's
so,
right. Get to use it, especially archive centre that's coming, everything else that's coming. I think it's important
on the upper floors.
Yeah.
And the commercial
retail
on the ground floor.
Yeah, I agree.
Steve, you both pondering.
Yeah, well, I mean, it says here, and wording's a bit curious. It says conversion of part of ground floor from retail to residential use apartments, and then subdivision of the remaining retail space. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Right, well, I'll put that up and I'll explain it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, so what we've got at the moment, this block here going up, has been passed for two levels, have been passed for flats. What they want to do now, and the bottom floor, this is the ground floor, all that was going to be divided up to 2 shops, effectively, or floor space for 2. What they want to do now, they want to make this a shop, and then one of these lock-up shops, and this is on the ground floor. Yeah.
Right.
That bit in that.
So if you take that now, that's Prince Albert Street.
Right.
That's your square looking over.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
So they want to put windows in what's bricked up now, and then have this ground space for apartments. That's basically a boiler room at the bottom.
Yeah, of course.
And then what they want to do is make that one shop and this one a lock-up shop on the corner. Now, what it was initially was those 2 areas, and all this was, well, all that anyway. So you can see they're saying, well, we got permission for, maybe we've got another, well, that seems all right. So now they've come along with another 6, or 6 in total.
Yeah.
And then you could say, if that was empty for 2 years, well, should we?
Yeah.
So
more apartments,
You've got to look. We've got, read at the end, and then we just make comment. So we're not making decisions stop it or not.
Yeah.
But do we really want that? Although, having said that, people might like to look out. But from our perspective, that should be maybe shops or commercial.
I think so.
Yeah, commercial.
That's what
I think commercial. I do.
Should be shops or offices.
Yeah, shops or offices. Like I say, it could be solicitors, whatever. It could be shops or offices. Encourage people to use town.
It's just a bit curious that the shop there, the shop part, that's at the back.
Yeah.
Which is the sort of the access road.
What they've
used?
Yeah, what they've used is, as you know, that's the way into the shop as it is now.
Is it?
Oh, it was when the shop was open.
Yeah. Right.
So what they're doing, that's creating a little door there for this little unit, and then this would go at the back. You're right at the back. So, well, when you think about it, this is the attraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're going to get a window.
That's right.
That's nice. And yes, but when you think about the other you know, the parks that are being built within these shops in the town, it could set a precedent.
Because it could, yeah.
That's, I'm just floating that first. So
That's a good argument. It's a good argument.
It is really, yeah.
Consistency,
I initially looked at that and thought, that's, when I thought about it, will this set off then the Marxes, the Bootses, the Woolworths, or the Poundland? Would they say, oh, we can't.
Yeah. Well, they've got control at the end of the day. They could just say that they own them and they can afford for them to be empty, which they have been. They could just sit it out and then put the argument that they've been empty and we can't. Are you with me? So there is that. So I agree with you, John, because otherwise the town is not, I think, how the public would actually like to see it, which is thriving.
Which is, to say, we've got the
Vibrant,
shops.
yeah.
If we haven't got the shops, people can't say, I'll come to Crewe. So
yeah, of course they can't. And not only that, in a way, to have the shops, it just creates a bit more safety in a way that people get used to going into town. They're used to it. They have confidence, don't they? You have confidence because we have to rebuild the confidence for them to go back into town.
Correct. Yeah.
And there's the issue. There's the issue of parking. Because I've heard it already. That the users of the Imperial Chambers park in various places.
Oh, they
park all over the place, including the parking, the short stay parking in front.
Oh, they park in the disabled
spots,
in
quite
front of Imperial Chambers.
So object.
Yeah.
We object.
I agree.
And the usual things back.
Yeah.
But we need to put the words need to reflect what we're saying, which is will they set a precedent for all the shops? Or
because it's already the case, as I was saying, that the Imperial Chambers people are parking on the front as well as at Square. And quite recently, hold back to them, receive tickets. Whether those were paid, who knows? But it tells you there's a lack of parking. Well, parking discipline.
Ticketed.
So we object because we have a concern about. I mean, we need the right words.
Yeah.
You see where we're coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, next one then. This might not be as long. 84 Victoria Street. Listed building consent for the installation of a downstairs loo, utilising an existing storeroom cupboard. So you know about more than me in these.
Is this the dentist?
I mean, it's saying it's heritage, but it's a grade 2 listed. But inside, it's not touching the outside, not touching anything there. Basically saying.
Instead of having the cupboard, have a loo.
There's no objection from heritage at the Cheshire store.
Is it?
It's in Gafford's Row.
Oh, it's Gafford's
Gafford's Row. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's Gafford's Row.
It's already got a downstairs toilet.
Yeah, I'd say no comment. But
Okay.
Oh yes, that's fine.
Next one then.
That's right. Oh yes.
0212. Advertising consent for fascias with illuminated letters for TG Holcroft Western Road.
I don't see that being an
No
issue
comment.
either.
No comment.
No.
We don't usually bother with them. No, we'll make it. Well, it's a sign, isn't it?
Yes, I just wondered for a minute. I wasn't sure what that word was. I think it was fascias or fascists. But it's fascias.
Okay. 0324 5 Lime Tree. This is a certificate of lawful development for the purpose of installation of external wall installation as part of an energy improvement scheme to this semi-detached 2-storey dwelling house. This is basically putting tiles which will keep the energy within the house, and they put them on the outside and it's very similar to what they did in Minchinley Road. Because you can't, the way that what they're built from, you can't. There's not cavity wall.
No, it's not.
There's no way that you can do it
other
than putting these blocks on.
Yeah.
When they've done it and they spray it, it doesn't look any different.
No.
But what they've got is substantial.
Yeah.
And it's so there's a house there. And basically it'll look like that. Other than it'll
come out a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it because they say I forget what they call it. They were built in that time.
Yeah, it's only just come out, isn't it? Yeah, that's been
But
done on
a lot
Mum
of them
Street.
don't like that.
On Mum Street, they do
So-
that.
Again, I don't think there's any.
There's some in the street I live. It's about 6 inches thick.
It is, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's quite
it
big.
keeps it warm. Yeah.
They basically stick it on the ring, and whatever that is.
Yeah. That'll be rendered, won't it? Okay,
Yeah.
so
No, it should be fine. There should be an issue with that.
hope we have a warm winter next winter.
Mm.
I think so. No comment.
So we sent
Next one, Morrison's installation of a water filling station in the existing car park.
I've seen that already, and I wonder what on earth it was.
Yeah,
It was the waterfall.
it seemed to be. It's this water that. What would you say? It was like a distilled pure water.
Pure water.
And for people who may have a business that require that, they might have if you've got aquariums and things like that, you can go with your bucket, fill up with this pure water,
Right.
and it would appear when you read it that all the Morrisons,
Gosh.
they
They're installing
would
that.
have it on their car park
Yeah.
That's good.
because it's a series. And I mean, have a look because
Oh, right.
that's a unit.
It says you have to do totally. So
It's another way of making money, isn't it?
Yeah, on the space. Yeah, on the space.
Anyway, there it is.
Right.
You just take your and you like you would fill up with this water.
Well, the car park's big enough. I don't think it's going to impact.
Well, where
on
it
us,
is
but-
there, it's not going to.
No, it's
It's going to
not.
impinge on it.
No,
It's-
nothing
yeah,
like
it was in.
There must be a market for
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I don't see that being an issue.
I mean, I suppose people buy bottled water when
Yeah.
you drink it out of the tap, but
Yeah.
they still buy it, don't they?
They do.
So they'll buy that.
Yeah,
won't
exactly.
Yeah, there's plenty of space for that.
Plenty, and that's okay, straightforward.
they? But as I say, it's not in.
No.
Yeah, no comment. Right, next one. Is that 26095? Yeah. This is land off the west of David Whitby Way, and it's a variation reserve matters.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
creation of. Obviously, they want a reserve application proposing detail of layout, appearance, scale, and landscaping.
Mm.
They probably just got an outline permission, and now they want to tweak it. Because when you look at it, the outline development was 15/15/37, so that's 2015. That's
God.
10, 11 years ago, isn't
Wow.
it? Yeah. And now obviously they're looking employment use, land, local centre, health centre, community facility. Presumably that's because there's lots and lots of houses going to be built in that area, and this is. So
Does it say what the variation is then?
The structure of a new access road with links to Crewe Green Link Road, and the creation of footpaths and provision of public open space and landscape.
That's all the out.
It's just another phase of what's already been built.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
houses
it's-
around, isn't it? You look at the map and see that some of it's already built on, but I think there's 2 spaces, it might be 3 that have not been built on yet. That's just another one.
And this is it.
Yeah, That's right, yeah, it is, yes.
So,
Yeah, straightforward.
you want to make any?
Yeah.
You want to make any comment?
Well, I just wonder what the variation is. You know, I'm
Right.
not studied it. Does it actually say?
Right, well, let's have a look.
It's just varying
Well,
one
isn't it?
condition.
Yeah, in response. Atlantic discussions, fisheries design, highways, ecology and drainage. Cost improvements to the Crewe scheme. Discussions regarding a potential future bus connection to the scheme were tabled. Another spine road, small classroom and size bridge link. It's basically they've had out the outline and now they're further all up, aren't they?
Mm.
What I can see of that, Steve.
Well, they're saying, I mean, say having tabled possibility of a bus route, they're saying we can't do it because the road's not going to be wide enough to do that.
So we haven't got all of them anyway. So do you want?
I think it'll be fine. Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
I think it's
reasonable.
perfectly reasonable to say that it's that actually the original plans were talking about a bus route, and they're now saying it can't be done. I think it should be worth making some observation to that effect. Saying, well,
Yeah.
you know, it's losing that.
Does not support uses of bus as the road width is too small and would clash with any passing parked vehicles. When you think that you're all them houses there, and we've got somewhere later on.
Yeah, I think it should just be done. I mean, there's not much we can do technically, as we've heard later. I mean, with these variations, if the road isn't wide enough, then there's no argument. But then the opportunity for a bus route there has been lost.
So I wonder why they're suggesting place that bus route.
Well, I mean, then it does actually then bring into question the discussions that have taken place with Cheshire East.
Because like, well, if they used the road that should have been for the bus route and built something else, like
they're saying that. They're saying there that it'll be better for pedestrians and the cyclists. So do you want to make the observation that because there's no public transport, considering that the developments are taking place, health centre, shops, houses, that it should
have a bus.
It should have.
I think it
Well, I think it should.
Something like that.
Making that observation that you know, it would be desirable to still have some provision for a public service. But it's all this stuff saying, well, we've had discussions and they're acceptable from an adoption perspective, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. Very good, but
that if the road's not wide enough, then the road should be, as it says there, it should be 6.5 metres wide.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's what we should be insisting on.
Yeah, we
the
should.
Road's wide enough to get the bus onto site.
I agree. Surely. And ambulances and things. So, you know, like basically, if this project was passed on the basis of that, why has that been removed? Is the important factor. You know, have they used it for profit instead, which is not good because they've slipped it through the table and then changed it up. You know, that kind of thing.
I don't know if that's the case. It says our approved reserve matters layout hosts a 5.5 metre wide spine road. Then it says, well, I don't know quite what this means, which when tracked does not support use by a bus. Well, in that case, why was there any mention of a bus if it was known that the road wouldn't be wide?
That's what I'm saying.
If you're having,
in the first instance, exactly.
If you're having a healthcare centre there, then the road needs to be wide enough to get a minibus down.
I agree. Totally agree.
Which is a disabled bus.
Exactly.
For people going to and from the healthcare centre.
I agree. Totally agree.
They can't get a bus through.
Yeah.
Get a fire applied.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what's a bit suspect because.
Well, that's why they do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
They always have good intentions in this look.
Yeah.
You know what they say about the road. Anyway, we'll go into that. It does say here when they got the outline planning application in, it was up to 325 residential dwellings. Local centre comprising health centre and community facility, and then in brackets food/non-food or public house restaurant.
Which is fair enough.
So that's what they envisaged it being on there. And they probably dropped the public house because they do that anyway. We've seen it before in previous ones up Reamer Street. So it's going to have all sorts of shops, pubs. They got dropped and then they wanted to put apartments in that space.
Yeah, exactly.
Not saying these would,
no,
for the record, for the world.
Yeah, but
so we're concerned that it's not accessible from public transport.
Yes,
I think that's sort of words that we need to.
I think we make it strongly emphasise that you know the community would need it with health centres. They're planning. I mean, it's an important factor.
Okay, thank you for that. There we do that. Next one, 25, 46, 41, 143 Market Street, a conversion of existing outbuilding into 2 self-contained apartments. You need to put that one up because I'll find someone to say it. 20, yes, 46, 41. No. There's really two statements there. The design and access statement, which hasn't got too much meat on it, basically saying that we want to make 2 apartments, and it also says that in 2019 they got planning permission for this project, and it basically says it's one of the words an outbuilding that they did. It's behind the flower shop. There's a flower shop in Market Street, and behind that is this.
Oh, right, it's behind it.
And they got permission in 2019 to have 2 1-bedroom apartments. Now clearly that hasn't gone ahead. So now they're saying, well, we got permission, really, it's just the introduction. But my question, or my observation that they now want to make 1 2-bedroom, 1 bedroom. So there's this, I'm not saying that is right or wrong, I'm just saying it's different. Right? Because it was passed as 2 single.
Yeah.
Right. But because the plans are, I think, are poor, where do they get to that? Because it's behind a shop. Where's the bins? Where's the bikes? And where's all the other things that has to go with these? 6 years you've moved on and what you have to put in there. So you can't. I mean, the parents, what they're going to do is, we can't argue with that, with any of that. Whether it's big enough for 2, potentially could be 4 people in that, 2 double-bedroom house. You know what I mean? But I can't for the life of me find out. Well, where did they get in? Did they get in by the side of the shop round? How would they get in here? Where would the bins be? Where they get them out? And I just have. It indicates you might be able to see that's the space there in the red. Now, there's Market Street. There's Market Street, 143. It's the outbuilding of 143. Now they're saying it's there. So how did they get? That comes out. There is an opening between 2 sets of houses in Newton Street. I know it well. Do they get in there? And that's the building that they're talking about. What assumes it is. We're making conjecture, but we're assuming it's that oblong-shaped building, aren't we? But so is that how they get in, or is that where the bins are, where the bike spaces, or?
Is that show?
Well,
because Market Street's on the front, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the outbuilding. Well, it's saying is, they're saying that this outbuilding is where the shop used to store stuff.
At the back, it's the
we're making an assumption that it's that oblong red block, which would match that shape, wouldn't it?
I remember this.
There, where that arrow is now. Okay, he's got the arrow. So we're assuming that. Well, I think that would probably get. What he's saying, there's no car parking, so that would indicate they can't get that. Because it looks to me like when you look at that, it looks like, oh look, they can get in there with a car. And then they've got a place, but they're saying there's no parking, so that isn't the case. Well, as I say, I think it's, and if you look at the 19 one, it's very similar to that. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
well, as I say, things have moved on.
Oh, was that that?
What's that bit?
I see. That's the house.
That's Newton Street.
Oh, it's by the UTC.
And that's the building, isn't it? But you would have hoped that would have been. That's fine, and you'd have hoped that then they would have had a plan there to say that's the apartment, that's where the bin space, that's where the bikes are, access in. That's what I'm saying. And I think that has to be said. It's very difficult to make because we just make assumptions now, saying, "Oh, that must be it there." Now that looks.
It looks like the access is from Newton Street, doesn't it?
It is, yeah. So if you put Google Doodad up, Google Map from Newton Street, there is a gap between those two houses, but whether that allows them, I don't know.
The public house is no longer a public house.
So again, it's something that it could well be, quite a good place, but as I said, it's lack of information, isn't it?
You just want to, we need more
I
detail.
mean, they give us a
Yeah.
picture of it, nice that going to get windows and 2 doors in separate units, but there's nothing else. So I think we have to say, well, there's no big space, there's no parking, and the plans really are inferior. I think it's one of them. We go from some really good plans, don't we? Detail, and but that's okay. That's it.
People
Are you
have
right?
to go
Smaller.
down on this anyway or something to get.
Well, I mean, that's it. What's the access?
Is that
What's all those things?
Is that access wide enough for a fire engine?
Sorry, no.
Well,
Something like that.
they'd argue that.
You can't get a fire engine down there.
You get yours
about
at
an apartment in there.
But so they could have helped us all by saying, well, there's a block of that.
It's not clear at all.
Because as I say, that in itself, apart from that being, is it 2-bedroom now?
Yeah.
And they should have said that, because the original one, if you put it up, it does say 2 1-bedroom apartment. No, this isn't. It's
Going to be 2 on.
It's 2 and every 2 double, so you could as I say, it's just a shame they haven't.
I don't know how they squeeze that in.
No, it's rather tucked away.
Okay, so we got what?
Just want more detail.
More detail.
Would be helpful if we had more
Access.
detail.
More detail.
These are observations
Let's
of
say
fire.
access, bins,
Bikes,
bikes,
usual.
Yeah, emergency access as well.
Yeah.
and like the square footage of each bedroom and stuff like that. So is it within
Does it
the
not even have
parameters
that?
of?
Well, we should even comment on the site whether they meet technical standards.
Exactly, that's what I meant. Yeah, technical standards, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Doesn't give you that, does it?
As I say.
So stay.
Well, it could be 2 6x6 bedrooms.
I think they just use it.
I don't know.
Size-wise, it's altered since 2019 to what it is now.
Exactly. Yeah, they have.
They've actually got sizes.
They have, yeah.
Minimum size.
That's right, minimum sizes, that's it.
Well, yeah, excellent, that is. Okay then. Next one is 0268. The shop fit out installation of replacement shop front and security shutters. This is basically
straightforward.
The one that the MP had is on that.
Oh, yeah, on that.
By the pub.
Yeah.
And they want to put shutters around and do it. It's what of a better word, a pawn shop.
It's a pawn shop.
It's in PAWS.
Pawn road.
For the record.
Financial.
Can we delete that from the? I did.
What's it in it? It's just another shop front make up.
Yeah, so shall we make no? Shall we move on quickly?
Exactly.
I think that pond's already appeared.
Okay, so well, you win some and you lose some. Right, okay then. Thank you for that. Item 6. To consider making responses to any urgent planning application that will listen. Well, the first one is 260335. Kingdom Hall of Jehovah Witnesses, 51A Greystone Park, and they want to change the colour of the front with the cladding on front cladding and a new replacement door and some signage. There's no comments from neighbours, and it's quite close to the couple of 3 houses there.
Yes, sound fine.
That's going to be an issue.
Seems to be no, and when you look at the lettering, I don't think it's any bigger than what it is now.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Don't think, unless anyone's got any.
I don't know.
No.
So that's fine.
Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Right, now we can get back onto this more or less same area. 260279. Reserve. Sorry.
For the
Yeah,
signage.
because one was a consent, yeah, sorry. The next one then is 0279, land northwestern corner of David Whitby Way, which is not a million miles from the one we spoke on earlier.
Yeah, it's not.
And this is a reserve matters application, and which I know recently Cheshire East have agreed to put a school in this site. The planning application anticipated, and that's now gone, to relate to a two-storey building with 7 classrooms, car parking, playground, playing field, hall, office accommodation, and kitchen being suitable for a large school. This will allow a future scheme to build a 7-classroom block with a future date. Now, this is a new school on there, and what I can gather, initially it'll be the usual 7-4 single form entry, 7 classroom, 210 pupils maximum. But they could have, when you read the information, they could potentially double that in future years.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, the houses close, so on and so forth. And when you look, and we should look about parking, there's like staff parking, and so they've got, running. It seems to be a model that they've already had a school like that in Antwerp, a new school that's going, I think it's Stapley. So it's like a
model version.
And of course, it's in an area which is surrounded by these main roads and houses and the mixed up and all the rest of it. So I don't know whether there's any comment we make there. The only observation I would make, and what I would put to you, is that our experience of living in Crewe is that every school at certain times has issues, as it would be in Sam, it would be everywhere else, because people come in the cars. In the morning, they take the kids to school, and then they pop off to wherever they work or whatever they do, that's up to them. But it never seems to be a lot of walking to these places. Here again, there's no bus route, so you can't say if you don't live in immediately there, you might live, 3/4 of a mile away, because there's a lot of land there. There's no buses to say, just get on that on the public transport wise. The school might well put them on, that's another matter. So what I'm saying is, there's car parking for staff, there's car parking for visitors, but it doesn't seem to be like what I would think, lay-bys, where they can
drop off,
yes,
it should be.
to avoid, because we're talking here on a busy road, we're talking having a police station there. In this area, David Whitby Way,
that's right, we are.
And we made comment about that coming out, not onto David Whitby Way, on the smaller streets, didn't we?
That's right, we did, yeah.
And then Whitby Way, there's a lot of traffic will be there, and it's just an observation I've looked at. I don't know that's good, bad, and different. I would say that's okay. In that sense,
I think it's important. I think you've got a point.
It's about dropping off, and can they do something?
Look at that top one there.
I missed this.
That one, go back up the top again. There's a drawer, there's a artist's impression of something, so
That's for these primary school one, that one.
Yes,
That's
for these.
Yeah.
The one town, that one.
Primary school, wonderful. Yeah, 2-story. Very nice. Car park. Cool. Can you see where the road is that they would have to? Where's the main gate? Like there'd be 2 on the road.
There must be a location plan with the numbers. Can't quite picture it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's right on the roundabout.
Yeah. So you're right on the
That's
roundabout, isn't it?
you can't,
See what I
that
mean?
would be ridiculous.
So that's
That is ridiculous. That is.
so that's
So is that David Whitby Way?
Yeah, that's David Whitby Way, yeah, and then that's the roundabout.
What one
isn't it?
assumes that? Yes.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It says,
Yeah.
and this is the corner of David Whitby Way. So yeah. So
It was a nice green.
So would they, where's the entrance then? Like
Where's
where
the
would you
entrance?
drop off? So would they turn right?
Yeah.
Turn right?
Turn right,
And then turn round again, looks like.
onto
Yeah.
the estate.
Onto the estate, yeah.
If you look at the other one we looked at before, I think that shows there, that
Some
one.
lot. Good down there.
That's it, that's all.
Good. Can you see what's
See, must be the entrance, must be to the left of that drawing.
Oh, no, on to the right, is it?
What puzzled me also, look on that plan, it talks about.
Oh, there it is, there, like that.
It says
There we go.
in at that bit where.
Oh, does it? Is that the teachers' parking?
Yeah, teachers and visitors.
Oh, right. So would that be classed as a drop off then?
No.
No.
They will want you to the side. No.
Your drop off would be outside.
Yeah.
of the road.
Yeah.
Say there, 2.5 by 6 metre drop off there.
Oh, does it?
And then.
And on the side.
Oh yes, drop off only.
Oh yeah. Personally, don't you?
I mean,
Like future proof, like John said, you know, like. I don't
Does
know.
it say in there total number of pupils? 400?
46.
Yeah.
400. That's what I
So
mean.
that's
That's not much, is
That's
it?
two levels.
That's a tiny drop off.
In all honesty, safeguarding,
Yeah,
they will not let
They won't.
parents go into the school and then go round and out
No, I agree.
because you couldn't guarantee the parents. So what I'm saying is, safe from a safeguarding
I agree.
perspective, you don't let it get to any
No, they don't.
outside.
No, they don't. I agree. And not only that gets too congested. As kids come out, get run over. I'm not being funny, but that's an easy. You've got that many
any
parents
kids,
coming in and out.
any kids that are living on that estate, not them houses around that, 2 or 3 estates going up. My kids walking from their house to that school, down that busy road.
Exactly as well.
And it's dual carriage.
It is dual carriageway, yeah.
There wasn't on the Cheshire East that they had it. I think it was strategic to pass the principle of this, and there was a lot of comments from those councillors about that very thing about walking to the school. It's not safe in the roads and there's no public transport. But the overriding was in school.
But they have to.
But it doesn't stop us making observations like that because that's what we are.
I think
there has to be a safe walking.
I was just going to say that because it needs to have a crossing or something.
Must be some
Don't
form of walking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
You need more than one safe crossing.
I agree. I agree on that road. I agree. Yeah.
For kids to get on that
well
side,
lit and everything. Well lit. I agree.
Well, that drop off maybe for suppliers to drop in.
Well, it could be for school buses and stuff like that.
School buses.
Yes.
Exactly. It won't be better to say from a safeguard perspective. No way.
So will the buses actually be able to get, considering what we were told earlier? Oh, that was the Lambton West.
Shower ban,
not the
public transport.
The northwest.
Right, so what do we want to, or do we want to say anything?
Yeah, we do want to say something. We do. I think it's a big observation. I think it's a very, very valid one.
You could potentially eventually having 400 children in the school.
Exactly.
An awful lot of cars. And you're going to be.
We need to make it future proof, basically.
Let's be honest, they've tried it every school. What can they do?
Well,
there's no solution, is it?
This is our opportunity to make them future proof. We can't help the old schools because times have moved on. We can't make any comment about that, but we can make a comment for future proofing it now So this is our opportunity to say what we need to say, and if they've got to take a bit more land and make it safe, that's worth it, because otherwise,
You could have 50% of that school walking from the estate.
easily,
As they get nearer to 11.
yeah, easily.
And as I've said, 400 plus pupils, so it must be two forms of it.
Initially it'll be one form, 210,
But there it says
30.
obviously they're planning ahead.
But they can.
That's what I mean. If we're
there is a
planning ahead,
potential to go.
Exactly.
Because the more housing.
That's what I'm saying. So we need to future-proof it for when it's at the maximum. It would be too late then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We need to do it now.
And with parents being able to choose their schools,
exactly.
Not necessarily the catchment.
That's right.
And that's a new school, and I live this side of Park Crewe, but I have to pass that way because I work there.
I work there. Exactly.
So there's
all these things, exactly.
I think we should,
I think I agree with you, John. I mean, I think we should make a comment and highlight it, the importance of it.
If you look to the future, then I think intentions of that being done, build up on the top.
Oh yeah,
probably get more than another floor after that. If the school gets bigger, they'll probably want to put another layer on top of what's already there. Before you know it, you could have 2 or 3 story building.
Yeah, well, that's what they say in the write-up. They could well do.
And the thing is, they can go upwards, but if the land's all taken up, because we've not said what we need to say, they can't get it from nowhere.
At this point, it's not there, is it?
Exactly.
So we can say that.
We need to sort of say somehow it needs to be brought in for that.
Yeah.
I like the future proofing.
Well, it's true, isn't it? It is.
The future proofing.
We can't do anything with the existing schools. Yeah, exactly. They're not. Exactly. But we need to make sure that the land that exists.
It's true. We need to plan their parking provision for the future.
Exactly.
Future expansion of the school.
Exactly. We can't do nothing with the existing
schools. They were all as one.
Yeah.
But it's all, I mean, there's the question access and all this.
I'm sure when you read the descriptions again, you'll pull sort of.
Did you say, John, that you said that this must have been to strategic planning board for the outline permission at some point?
There's been some discussion with the Cheshire East councillors recently because I've read a report and the observations of not the ones who are making about parents dropping off, but about getting to school and so on.
It's true.
And no transport, public transport.
So all I'm saying is, that's presumably it will say something. It ought to say somewhere on there that it's going to strategic planning board.
Well,
and then because I mean it's going to be very significant for that part of Crewe, and I'm not sure if it's in Crewe East or it isn't. I don't know if it's
one of them on the.
Oh, it says it's Crewe East.
But it's in Crewe East, but then they have to.
It's neighbouring, isn't it?
They have to tell Aslan that.
I think it's more like Haslington.
Quite right.
Whichever way you look at it, it's East Crewe. So there's quite a big interest there. So it's the sort of thing. If it's going to strategic, it says delegation.
Imagine when they've got the plan.
Delegation. I can't believe.
What does that mean? Delegation.
Well, it means officer decision.
Officer decision.
Right.
Officer
delegation. So the officer will consider rather than it going to committee at this stage. That may change. At the minute.
Right then. So we've got okay. Let's move on then. 0321. Flat 102 Victoria Street, variation condition 2 on the approved plans on application. Can we have a look what these do? This is the shop that was micro coaches. We did look at this originally, if you remember, to convert it to back to a house, basically. Quite a lot that now. But what they want to do is put what I can see anyway. They want to put a bay window at the front because you've got a big window.
Oh, right.
So I think it says there as it was, what's passed.
Yeah, the one at the top is as approved. This one. And then this is what they're proposing.
And then basically, it looks like they want to put a bigger
bay
window,
window, yeah.
probably for light,
Yes.
Yeah.
as much as anything.
Mm.
That's all I can see is different.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, seems sensible.
Does. Okay.
I couldn't see anything else.
No.
No, that's all right.
And the next one then is 0349 18 Wisterton Green Road. A renewal of permission from 223828 for a 2-storey and single-storey extension of the dwelling. This again is on the corner.
It's on a corner house, isn't it? On this.
Yeah, with the side up. I don't know.
Looks all right, that does.
There's no comment.
I don't think it affects anyone, that does it? Because there's a detached house on that
But
side.
it's got
anyway.
permission already. This is
Yeah.
just
Variation.
times they want to renew it.
It's probably just about running out or going to run out.
Yeah.
That's probably not.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's okay. Like,
It didn't see out, does it?
no. No, there's plenty of space in the house next door.
Yeah, there's
A
nothing
detached house anyway. Isn't it?
I've gone overlook that.
No, sorry.
So again, can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. To no responses surveyed under that, we've got no more.
No.
We haven't got any.
No, that's
Like,
upstairs.
oh well, sometimes.
Plenty.
Oh yeah, but sometimes they do, don't they?
No, that's as of this afternoon.
Right. So to no responses surveyed under delegation, you've got that 7, and those were the 3 that Katie sent out to us to have a look at.
Oh, no.
And then there was nothing came back. Contacted myself. I didn't see.
Yeah.
But I agreed with you. There was no comment to it.
Yeah.
So they've been submitted, haven't they?
Mm.
Right. So item 8. To note and or consider correspondence, etc. And this is scoping consultation, application for order granting development consent for the Peak Cluster CCS pipeline, the proposed development dated the 13th of January 26. Okay, Chief Lesser, sent this out because it was quite thick. Wanted you to get this well in advance of the meeting. And I'm sure that you read every line of it.
Yeah.
But look, opening 2 of them, I mean, I haven't read it, the 1,000 pages that are there. One had 400, one had 500.
Yeah.
So nearly 1,000 pages of
Wow.
juice of it. And basically, they want to put a pipeline from Derbyshire, cutting through into Cheshire, and get the closest it gets to Crewe on the route as it is now. No doubt it'll be changed, but where it is now is the other side of Church Minchell.
It's not far from the existing new gas pipeline that they put in a few years ago.
Right, so and then it goes eventually.
It runs a similar route to the gas line.
But it doesn't cut through the middle of Crewe like some of the things that
Right.
and it then goes up on round the Chester area onto the Wirral, out into the sea, and then it takes a right turn. The pipe does, and it's going to use the space that was the Morecambe Bay gas field, which is now empty, and pump this stuff in, which they have from the made of concrete, you know, where they do all that, will be pumped into there. That's the theory of it.
What? I don't understand what it's saying.
Carbon.
Oh, carbon.
Yes.
Yeah, just put
It's carbon pipeline. It's to get rid of
in the process for concrete and all the rest of it. Then whatever comes off that is going to be put in this pipe
and buried underground.
Buried in Morecambe Bay. That's putting through.
Yeah,
It's carbon waste, isn't it? It's carbon waste.
What is carbon waste exactly?
It's a
Cement and
gas,
lime.
isn't it?
It's all what comes out of cement and lime where they produce it. That's why it's Derbyshire.
It's a
In the
form of
main.
gas.
But when you look at it, there mentions a number of plants that do it. So Derbyshire, Staffordshire, 40% of the UK's cement and lime is produced in Derbyshire and Staffordshire. However, significant amounts of carbon dioxide are released to the atmosphere. So they want to capture that. I mean, we're not here to argue.
Capture and do what with it? Is that very it?
Send it down your pipe into the North Sea.
But is that a benefit to us?
It all comes back to the ozone layer when they were saying that this stuff was depleting the ozone layer. And everybody turned around and says that.
Well, let's not get into the politics about
that's the basic.
Is that what it means?
But basically, what they would tend to is get it and store it in what was the gas fields in Morecambe Bay, which are now exhausted.
Yeah.
So this, I mean, you can't get.
Is it going to be filled up at some point?
With this stuff?
Oh, we're too full now.
I'm sure they will. Yeah. But don't ask me how.
It's replacing one gas with another.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's not future proof exactly, is it?
So what happens when it's full?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Cap it off, don't we? And then we'll find somewhere else to put it.
Do you think where will it leak? Will it leak into the North Sea?
No, not once it's capped off.
See the Irish Sea.
Burn it off or something.
No, you can't.
Ways of doing it rather than doing that.
Carbon dioxide. That's why it's gas, and it's not.
Is it not?
Take it up into space. Perhaps it
It's all there in the back if you wish to have it some bedtime reading.
I think protecting basically is to protect, is to reduce its carbon capture to reduce air pollution or whatever, global warming. So it's to save the planet. I'm all in favour.
Right.
It's another green policy, isn't it?
As long as it doesn't come down your avenue.
Well, it's not.
I think in seriousness, at this point, it's not under our remit.
No, it's not. No,
it's an observation.
It's an observation for us. Yeah,
we've got to because of the town council.
Yeah.
And I
So
think
is it sufficient?
I think we've followed Cheshire East, who have got quality. We will have to have qualified people because it's going in quite a. It's got to come across all Cheshire.
Of course, it's nice,
hasn't it? When you think about it, from Derbyshire,
Cheshire West. It's coming right.
So, but from our perspective at this point, it's not within our.
Right.
But that's what it's there. If you just read that, it's
Right.
effectively what Steve has just said.
Yeah.
Have you sent this to us?
Take that. Yes.
Oh yeah, we've
all had it.
Yeah.
So we can note it with interest.
Yeah, note it with interest. Yeah.
I will read it.
Anyway.
Yes.
They'll still be talking about it in 10 years, you know. Unless anyone's got any wants to put any comment on that.
I've got no comment.
Right.
I've noted it with interest.
Right.
Well, yes, it was interesting.
Yeah, before we go, item 9 then, to note Cheshire East correspondence on enforcement plan issues. No?
None.
Item 10, to receive a verbal update on the progress of the Crewe Conservation Area Appraisal Project.
I've checked on this today. The town clerk, if you remember at the last meeting, was going to arrange the meeting with Cheshire East to feedback this committee's comments. Unfortunately, having tried numerous times, she hasn't, so she's going to escalate it.
No.
So as of now, there's no update other than we're trying to meet with them.
I'd like to say something for the minutes of this about this conservation area.
Yes.
As we all know, it shrunk somewhat to what we would ideally like, but it's a case of let's get what we can, and we know that's going to be captured in the town centre.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I think probably we could have said earlier when we were talking about Burford House, there's a traditional building that got put up in the 60s. That's why it's sort of this brutal architecture. But it will be in a heritage area, whatever they do to that building or any of the other buildings, which at this point in time, it looks like we're going to get a heritage area. So I cast my mind back to when Imperial Chambers, which is again a traditional Crewe, been there since 30s, everyone got really. We don't want to see that go, and then it changed it into apartments. And then what did we get? Because we didn't put things in, we got satellite dishes on the outside of the building.
Yeah.
When they could have easily put them on the roof and you wouldn't see them.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, an observation, and perhaps I should have said this about Burford House.
Yeah.
Do we want to see that? What colour do we want? Because they're going to paint it.
Right.
What colour?
Right.
What would be an acceptable colour? Do we want it, psychedelic?
Right.
Does that fit in with the heritage?
Right.
Do we want potentially 30 apartments or 35, whatever it is, with satellite dishes?
No,
where would they go? No. So, this is the sort of thing that is new to us now, because we didn't have an heritage. We haven't officially got it yet, but it looks like we will.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing that you can't decide to do this. So
these things have to be put in now.
Capture that within that previous about heritage.
It does matter,
it's
yeah.
Something new to us, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely, yeah.
But I know they moved I think they moved them all, haven't they, off the paper? I think they put them on the roof, so you can't see it.
Yeah,
it's such a shame, because there was this with this, when they took the windows out, which was bad enough, which they wouldn't be allowed to do now under
the heritage, yeah.
Now I know that isn't particularly, we look at it and we think, well, that's not much to go over. But yeah, you could make it look worse.
You could make it a lot worse. A lot worse, yeah.
And with people in. So I brought that up under there. But I would think that
if you can add it to the I'd like
observation
it. I'd like it added. Yeah, Burford House, 100%.
So it's sympathetic surrounding it.
It's sympathetic. It's what you because what
I did speak to Vicky.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, once I would say TV hours, but now everyone they can plumb them in now.
That's right.
No,
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
And I think that's important.
Yes, sorry,
no.
And I think that the fact is, I mean, I've just written down here, no response from Cheshire East Council.
No.
Because as far as I didn't sort of inquire for other reasons. 2 days ago, was there an update, or would there be an update? And basically, as has been said, Chief, the town clerk has been trying to arrange a meeting and getting no response, so it needs to be escalated. There may be some reason for there being no response, but whatever else, it's discourteous not even to acknowledge receipt. It seems to me, and so just question what's going on at Cheshire East Council? Yet another delay, or what reasons we've not been told about. So, and hopefully the escalation will have some effect. And that's where it might have. I do wonder whether it's worth, probably not much more that we can do as a town council. I think it will need pressure, from various sources, whether it's officer pressure or political pressure, to people who are sympathetic. There are members of the council here and elsewhere who are sympathetic to support the notion of the conservation area for Crewe. So,
we can say things like the planning committee have great concerns that this hasn't been progressed through further than what it was, and we support the town clerk in look forward to that meeting as soon as
possible. Yeah,
I think we should say as a committee that we are concerned.
Yeah.
We don't want it. We've got we've made a lot of compromises to get it, and it's not asking a lot for them just to be.
It's not.
Especially with having a new clerk that can pick it up, because all the previous discussions were with Pete.
Yeah.
So it's only fair to our clerk now that she I think, and I'm concerned about that. So I think we put that into quite some strong.
Thank you. That's good.
You're unanimous in that.
Well, I'm getting out.
Yeah, I'm getting unanimous with that. Yes.
Okay then. And we'll go to item 11, which is the highlight of the evening. to note the proposed date for the next meeting, which is Monday the 16th of March.
Yeah.
Look forward to meet and greet you again.
Thank you,
Cheerio.
John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you go.